Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads and welcome back to the channel. I know I've taken a small break, a post-wedding break, and I'm back. I have new hair, a lot less of it. I will be doing a life update soon. I'm waiting for the photos from the photographers to come through and it should be another week or so, I hope, and then I will do a full live update of Shizzles. In the meantime, I thought I would just do a little book haul as I'm actually starting to read again and it's rather nice, but I have a lot of catching up to do. Let's start off with a graphic novel and then I'll delve straight into manga. During the 2 weeks I had off over the wedding, we went to see the new Power Rangers movie and it was like reliving my childhood combined with a YA novel in the best kind of way. So teen angst with actual teenagers, not like weird adults playing teenagers like in the show, and crazy shit, a little bit more power. I love the way they did the suits. So of course I had to get the new Pink Power Rangers graphic novel because who didn't love the Pink Power Ranger growing up? The boys wanted to marry her, the girls wanted to be her. That's just how it was, and I'm very excited to read this. I love Kimberly, and if anyone's seen the film then oh, it's so good. I really love the film. I don't think I'll do a full review, but the film was great. I then have caught up on a couple of series that I had fallen behind on, and that is volume 3 and volume 4 of Lieselot and Witch's Forest. I still think there should be a "the" there, and I'm half tempted to say it that way. But this is a very strange and peculiar series and I'm really not sure where it's going. I might reread the first 2 and then read 3 and 4. It seems to make the most sense. But it's a very big departure from Fruits Basket, and same with Twinkle Star as well. Like, they're very different, which is really interesting. So we'll see how I get on with these. I then bought volume 4 of A Silent Voice. I have volume 3 that I haven't read yet, but I've read 1 and 2 and I will definitely be reading the series. We're going to watch the film at some point, but I've asked Kieran if we can wait till I finish reading the series. It's only 7 volumes, so I'm going to do a little bit of manga reading after this recording sesh and see where I get up to. Then we have the most recent Horimiya, which I have already read. I read it as soon as I got it, and I actually reread the whole series as I read it. And I really love these characters so much, and it's such a good series. I think it only has a few volumes left, or is it one of the ongoing ones? I can never remember. I've got a list on my phone of ones that are when their next volumes are due out now, just to keep track of it because it's crazy. But seriously, a really fun slice of life contemporary manga that's got some romance to it, but it's not over the top. It's all about friendships too, and it's just really fun. Nisekoi volume 21, which I haven't read yet. This is only a 25 volume series, so we are starting to wrap up now and I'm very excited about that. I'm really curious to see where it's going. I've been collecting this series for over a year now, and it was one of the first series I started reading when we moved to the new kids room, so I'm really excited to see how it all ends and how it all fits together, and it should be pretty awesome. And yes, even though I haven't read the 7 volumes that are already out that I hauled last time, I did buy volume 8 of My Hero Academia. We have just watched the latest 2 episodes, so I may blitz this tonight. Part of me wants to read up and get past where the series is, and part of me doesn't. I don't know yet. Oh, I just read them all, or am I not? I don't know. Any help? Should I read them all, or should I read them in tandem with the anime? Should I wait? Please let me know. I also went on a little bit of a kick in terms of some slightly older manga. So we have Queen Emeraldus, and I'd known about it and kind of like it sort of slipped my mind, but the 2nd volume was due out soon, and which is like how I came across it again. The original was published in 2009, of course that's nearly 10 years ago, and was only published in the UK last year in English for the first time. It's like if a graphic novel, like an online comic and a manga had a baby. This was the outcome, and it's science fiction, so I was like really interested in reading this. So when I saw that it was available, I was like, I'll get it. This was not cheap though. Like, this is a nice hardback, but it was $21.99. Like, You don't get that much for your money. Anyway, I bought it anyway, whatever. And then my absolute pride and joy this month, again, a manga that I didn't get to read growing up because I didn't really know much about it. I do know that there is an anime, but the manga's not been available for a while, I believe. It is the beautiful Utena box set. Utena, I say Utena, but I don't know. I think it's Utena. This absolutely gorgeous boxed edition was just too beautiful not to buy. I actually pre-ordered it before Christmas and then it got delayed a month. It was supposed to come out in April. Was it supposed to come out in March and it came out in April, but I didn't get it till May or something crazy like that. This is a beautiful £35 box set. Yeah, £35 box set. I haven't even broken the seal yet, but I will definitely be reading this. I've always wanted to read Utena, and I feel like this is something a lot of my friends who don't necessarily read manga will also enjoy, just because of, I think it has a few parallels to a lot of things we watch today, like Steven Universe, Sailor Moon, like stuff that we still consider to be older stuff and newer stuff too. So I feel like this is really going to come back into popularity with this beautiful box set. Next, I have a couple of books from Solaris. I was not sent either of these, they were just unsolicited in our staff room. I think we have a rep that comes around sometimes, but they were there. One of them is utterly destroyed, I'll show you in a moment. First one is Raven Stratagem by Yoon Ha Lee. I do own a Yoon Ha Lee book I haven't read yet, but I'm collecting sci-fi books for when I hit that stage where I go, I want to read all the sci-fi, because it will happen. It will, and it may happen soon, I'm not sure. I'm currently reading The Wrath on the Dawn and have been for a few weeks, and I'm 50 pages in and still haven't, yeah. So I might give away that and the second one because I bought both of them, so we'll see. And the completely annihilated book is this. So this is a short story collection called Drowned Worlds. I would tell you the authors that are in it, but I made the mistake of leaving this out in the living room. I thought, my Kindle's on top of it, Cat won't notice it's there, it's fine. Oh no, he noticed it was there. He annihilated it. There are like pothole marks, there are rips, obviously there's giant chunks missing. So yeah, this had been sat in our staff room for a little while, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to take this home and see if it introduces me to any new authors. You know I like to collect short story collections for when I'm in the mood for short stories, which might actually be now. I might whip out some short stories maybe. Maybe I'll even read my Neil Gaiman, The Sleeper and the Spindle. Oh, so many choices. So many choices. And then I got sent, personally, one of them is kind of unsolicited, one of them is kind of asked for. So my unsolicited one is Nemesis by Brendan Reichs. This sounds really intriguing and I've started seeing a lot of things around for it, and I think it's going to be a pretty big deal when it comes out. I would definitely look it up if I were you. It's gonna be pretty cool. So it's basically about a girl who, she gets killed every couple of years, is it? Every 2 years. She's murdered by the same man in cold blood, but hours later she wakes up in a clearing just outside her hometown, alone, unhurt, and with all the evidence of the crime erased. Something strange is happening. Like, what the frug does that mean? So very curious about that. And then the next one, which was kind of asked for but wasn't, is When Dimple Met Rishi. So Hodder have a Twitter that is for booksellers to get in contact with them, and they tweeted some stuff about it coming soon, and I tweeted going, oh Kimmy, I think this would make a great book club pick. Unfortunately it didn't arrive before book club because book club was earlier in the month of May and it's due out in June. It's just arrived. But it might when we read next month, and Hodder was like, oh, we'll send you both a copy, and I was like, oh, awesome, thank you. I was gonna buy it anyway because it sounds awesome. So this sounds like a great summer read, and it's had so much hype that I think it's going to be amazing and it's going to do real well this summer, so very much looking forward to this. And lastly, I bought 2 books. One of them is from when I returned my extra copy of Twinkle Stars that I bought by accident from last month's book haul. I bought Fortune's Pawn by Rachel Bach, again expanding my collection of female science fiction authors. If anyone's got any recommendations, by the way, please leave them down below. So I am adding to my collection of science fiction written by women and science fiction about women, especially because that's what I enjoy. I have nothing against science fiction about men. Let me just put that out there. Not at all. I'm just expanding into science fiction in my own way. This is how I expand into sections, is to read about people I can personally relate to, so women quite a lot. But I do read books that feature men and boys, so I feel like I have to explain myself sometimes when I'm like, I read science fiction but only written by or about women. And speaking of things that are about boys, not girls, it is the new Trials of Apollo. I still haven't read the latest Magnus Chase, so I might sit down and read these shortly because I know they're going to be great fun. I'm really looking forward to this one. I prefer the Apollo series over the Magnus series, but Magnus isn't at all bad. Yeah, so I did request a copy of this and it never came, so I ended up buying it, obviously, hence the sticker. But this cover is beautiful and I'm so excited to get back with Apollo. He is one of my favourite characters from the series. I love him so very much. I hope you guys have an amazing day and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be back soon with a life update of all the shenanigans and stuff. And hopefully by the time this video goes up, I will have contacted the winner of the giveaway. Due to everything that has happened recently in Manchester where I live, everything's been a bit chaotic, so please forgive me. I will get back on track shortly, and I will see you all soon.